Where problems mounting at Equifax in the wake of its cybersecurity breach as scammers are now preying on potential victims. This as the Department of Justice is reportedly investigating 3 top executives for selling their shares after the breach was discovered but not reported to the public. Joining me now to discuss is Christopher Bray, Senior Vice President of Cylance, and John Lauro, an attorney and former federal prosecutor. Christopher, let me start with you. Today's Equifax put out its own timeline on how the events unfolded. I think it created more confusion and even more questions than we already had.
I would agree with you there, but the more important point here is that information is out. And once that genie's out of the bottle, we're talking about Social Security numbers and people's identities, and you just can't put that genie back in the bottle. And people need to worry about their identities being compromised now for the rest of their lives.
John, let me ask you from a legal point of view, because I lost track of the class action lawsuits. The individual lawsuits are rolling in, and states' attorney generals are all getting together as well. And on top of that, the Justice Department investigating these insiders selling $2 million worth of stock.
Right. This is not only a cyber disaster, it's a legal disaster for the company, because what the allegation is that the company delayed reporting to the public that there was this breach, and during that delay period, shares of stock were being sold by high-level executives. Now, if they knew about the breach in security and they sold those stocks during that period, that could be insider trading. So that's a big issue for the company.
And there's even reports out there. We haven't confirmed it, but there are reports floating tonight that there was another large breach, not as $143 million, but a large breach 5 months earlier that the company did not tell the public about. So Christopher, you said something that was startling, and I got to get back to this. You're saying that this breach may impact people who lost their information because of it for the rest of their lives?
That's correct, right? Because what was compromised here, this was not like, say, the Yahoo breach a while ago, where your email account details were compromised. Your entire identity is compromised, and you can't go out and get a new Social Security number. So once that's out on the dark web and being traded by criminal organizations and being bought and sold, you need to be looking over your digital shoulder for the rest of your life to make sure that your identity is being safeguarded.